Okay, so again, I think we've come to the point wherein
To force a game number 3.
both junglers have an orange start with a little bit of a peel, and you're seeing here, Carlton is slightly faster, but again, rotational speed, no one matches a Baksha.
Yeah, Baksha literally moving around. Look at that. Again, this is why Vexana is such a top-picked hero currently. I mean, the early damage is insane. Benny Cutie, wow. As well, taking quite a bit of damage. Kosei.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he could be in trouble here. He has the Purify. But JP gets him low enough. Sandy goes in! JP didn't have to flicker, but they tried to go in anyway. They're going to keep them at bay. Guardian's Barrier did come through. Light still looking for some damage to get off here. Fully charged up. Will not be able to get the kill. Now he could be in trouble. Light trying to get away himself. A couple hits away. Demon Kite still there. JP now the one in trouble. Overextends as he falls.
All right, in hindsight, it took a little while longer, but in the end, I think Echo won that trade. If it's a roamer for a gold laner for a roamer, the Orcas win out on that. We didn't really get to read much into the emblems given the action happening, but RSG, more of them are actually rocking the common emblem setup. So that means they want to be able to build up and sustain more on their cores. They're needing Aqua and Kusei to come online so that eventually, when they pick fights through Demon Kite again on his Baksha specialty, it'll make more sense. We're waiting for the turtle to spawn here, and already a huge presence from Echo. We've seen this kind of rotation. It's the same kind of rotation from game 1.
Yeah, still putting the pressure here. Carl TZ pulling through Demon Kite again, but look at the response from RSG. Already the bottom side. Guardian's Barrier going to be used as well. Sanford almost at level 4. JP as well on the Paquito. So now the dance for this first Turtle game comes up. Aqua holding his own with that Eternal's Guard. They have the poke damage. Nas takes quite a bit of damage, which keeps him at bay. Eternal Guard can come through, holding it together. It's going to come down to the Retribution. Aqua, though, will be the one to secure the Turtle as they force him back. Now Carl Teasy going to be the one in trouble. Wild Charge comes through. JP on the run. Nas is hungry, but Light will grab the kill. RSG gets on the board.
Unfortunately, here we go.
All right, let's regain our understanding of where the map is right now. Flight 800 or so. Around that, gold lead for RSGPH.
Dear Lord, 1,000 since we resumed.
Oh, no, it has ballooned now. See how it gets equalized. The rotation here of Light and Aqua, the right thing to do when you're up against a Cho, right? Just get into the opposing jungle because you don't want the Cho in yours.
Yep. And you deny one of its innate strengths of the free will to check bushes. The fact that you stand in the bush first.
Don't forget on your screens right now, if you want to know more about Giga Arena 20. And, of course, get your tickets there. Just scan your QR code, JP.
Wow. That was threading the needle right there. But again,
Needles.
crazy that this is the debut pick of Cho. I mean, I've kind of missed seeing him being plain, so being played in the hands of JP here. You can expect some great setups later on.
Yep, and how perfect is that in the hands of the multi-time MPL champion and MDL champion, JP.
World champion too.
As far back as Season 7, I believe, he started playing the Cho already. He was formerly a jungler.
Yeah, you're right. Season 7 was when he converted full-time into roamer.
Under Aura.
Yeah,
Aura
under
PH.
Aura.
Yeah.
Rocking the jawhead, stuff like that. So yeah, you know JP knows his stuff about roaming. Common collector of these two teams. Corrosion Scythe already built up here by Benny Cutie. Now the positioning of Carl TZ in the jungle means a little bit of advantage for Echo. However, RSG will get better positioning because Echo, JP and Sanji still have to manage the minion wave. And again, that's another difference because of the heroes, the Grog and the Valentina.
Yep.
Echo has to play second fiddle to the middle minion wave clear.
And this time around, second turtle of the game, and I think RSG acknowledges this fact, it's not the same fight anymore. It's not as easy as the first one because now JP has a Way of the Dragon, and here we go!
Wild Charge can come in with the own Eternal Guard. JP now still looking for the target. Carl TZ, though, will get taken down by Naz. And now this could just be the green light for the Turtle. JP gonna get stunned, forced away. Now still on the hunt though. There's the kick. The combination's gonna come through, and JP will get taken down. Sanji now joining the fight. The flicker on top. Nats in trouble, but will be able to survive. RSG comes out on top.
Oh, two key things that I think made the difference. First up, early on, the Poissons almost nullifies Carl TZ's ult. If it was any other jungler, if it was not a Baksha, his Appraiser's Wrath would have put him back up to full health. But it's a Baksha and you don't heal as much. Quickly, Carl TZ suffers another death. Second, even on the turnaround, as Echo tried to recover and tried to get a kill after they lost a turtle.
JP.
Oh, JP misses the angle, doesn't kill Nats. Now he tries to get one on Kusei. No one home.
And another unfortunate thing there, and kind of scratching my head as to why Echo decided to take that fight or commit that heavily into it. Right before they pulled the trigger, maybe it was a late call, late understanding. Sanford no longer had his Faraga armor. Taken out by Nats in the EXP lane. If Sanford has Faraga armor and Last Insanity, that could have been a turnaround for Echo. But it seems like Echo, again, similar to how RG likes to play, even though it looks like a disadvantage, they still lean into it because they're hoping that afterwards they get something out of it, which they sort of almost did, but they just couldn't convert it.
I think this is just a throwback to what Sanji said in our interview during the break, right? He's no longer nervous. But then again, confidence could be misleading. And they were down about 1,500 gold, and they were playing trampoline, Demon Kite and Baksha, rather Demon Kite and Carl TZ. And in that situation, the jungler with less items is going to suffer more. And I believe this is after Carl TZ recovered. Look at this now. Demon Kite is up by about 600, 700 gold. It was actually worse earlier on. He actually has a full-on defensive item ahead of Carl TZ. So, with that said, Carl TZ is going to die much easier.
Yeah, I think on top of that too, as we looked at the items here and you take a look at the nearly 3K gold lead that RSG has, there's something that says that Echo it still has that capability to win these fights, right? And I think that's why you can see them even getting a position here for this third turtle. Now the question might be, is it better that they give it up? I don't think Echo does that, right? Even if it's better in their case, they want to fight this. They want to at least lower that gold lead, that deficit they're working against here. So JP can go in.
Whoa!
Hits the way of the dragon on Nas. There's the Eternal Guard. Nas is going to be taken out of the picture. Echo goes in for it, but it's Kosei that gets the turtle. And Light, one hit away, will survive the fight.
Middle minion wave, Echo can decide to push this. But I think Kusei Valentino, will they have the wave clear for it? No push. But JP telling RSG, who's your daddy?
Yep.
Oh, Sanji.
Never
could
count
be
him out. They're
trouble.
still going.
Sanford in trouble as well. Under the turret! Aqua goes in. Gets the kill. Now he's going to get punished here. JP on the hunt alongside Sanford. Gets kicked in the base. Will fall, but they lost the tier 1 turret.
I'd say it's worth it. Very much worth it. RSG are going as aggressive as they can be, especially against Echo, who is still 50-50 on thinking, are we the beatdown? Are we on the defense? And again, much like the article written by Mike Flores about 20-30 years ago, who's the beatdown? Whoever understands that concept better and leverages that is eventually going to be the victor. And right now I think Echo, that should have been a wake-up call. They should have said, you know what, maybe we are not the beatdown. Maybe we should play defensively.
Even right now in the mid lane, Sanford taken down. There's the Eternal Guard to help him out. The rest of the team coming to respond, though.
Oh, Benny.
They want to be careful. RSG definitely having the upper hand here.
Oh, quick breather that we can get. But Echo and RSG, again, from the first series we had earlier today, it was two teams who were cautious, biding their time, looking for the moment. Now we've turned into a series with two teams who know how to make a moment, who know how to make a play and trust on the hero turn, the mid-fight turn. That's why we're seeing much more action this time around. And Cutie with the golden staff just built up.
And neither of them want to let go of that possibility. Yeah. For Echo, as long as it's a non-0%, they're going to try to get that.
Yeah, it feels like, again?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Good, yeah. Good decision there from Benny Cutie, but with that, the Lord is now up.
Nats feels a little bit more awakened this game. Not to say that I didn't feel Nats in game number 1, it's just much more proactive this time around. Power of the final slash again, the most surprising ult, or one of the most surprising ults of the game. And now, positioning. Benny Cutie quite low. The entry might be difficult. The Guardian's barrier, this might be the call for RSG to continue with. Ultimates are up.
Aqua has his own Last Insanity. Lord, the less than half health here. JP on the backside might look for his own entry point. Conceal going to be used. JP gets the response, but it's Demon Kite that gets the Lord. There's the kick, the Wind Dragon into the Blazing Duo, but they just don't have enough damage as Echo gets dismantled. And Sanford's next. RSG in full raiding mode will get a full wipeout plus the Lord, and they march down the base.
That's as good a team fight as it gets for RSG. And much like Echo in game 1, I think their call here is endable.
Endable.
They're coming in.
There's still shields.
No minion wave.
They get the turret.
It's permanent damage.
Yeah.
That's a main artery that they have to constantly tend to. Echo, three turtles in and a Lord, and they're still trying to find the moment. And that last turtle, it made sense because they tried to go for a kill despite the objective going over to RSG.
Yes.
Now, in that Lord, I think Naisu just said it perfectly. Oops, not enough damage.
Yeah.
And again, you'll never know, really. You'll never know that you don't have enough damage up until you actually are in that moment. Sure, you can look at your items and say, okay, I have enough. It's not like Benny Cutie is completely outfarmed by Kusei.
Yeah.
Come the, 10-minute mark earlier on.
Yep.
But in practice, especially with the windows that Benny Cutie had to build up the Art of Thievery stacks and to come in with the Blazing Duet, they were but like little pricks.
Yeah.
Little acupunctures.
Yeah. Acupunctures.
It's
That's exactly what I don't understand.
It's therapeutic.
It is
It's therapeutic. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. But yeah, I think it was also because he was the Blazing Duet was landing on the tankier boys of RSGPH.
And again, I don't blame him because the tanker boys almost died.
Yeah, very closely. I thought that Ben Cutie would be rushing the Malefic Roar at this point, but he decides to play it safe. He's actually building into the Wind of Nature. And now again, we have to address what you mentioned earlier. Oh, Final Slash! It's Sanford!
Whoa!
It's on Sanford. Has the last insanity to be fine. But again, you can see the confidence from RSG, as you were saying, with the build path here from Benny Cutie.
Whoa. Did we break another record?
5,600.
Is that higher than earlier when
I think so,
Onyx
yeah.
Can't remember.
scored a Lord?
It's plus minus around 200. Up or down.
Definitely, again, if you're able to take the first Lord and penetrate mid immediately, that's gotta be a record.
Yeah, massive swing. Okay, looking at the items here. Leo, anything that you want to point out that stands out right now?
Number 1, at least 1,000 across the board. Definitely there. I'm also surprised how Benny Cutie is able to keep it this close.
Yeah.
Between him and Kusei, even after that wipeout, it's still just barely 500 gold.
And strangely enough, no antique cuirass or even a dreadnought armor on the side of Echo.
There's already a blade armor on Carl.
So that's where they want to get their...
But that's not enough.
Yeah, because there's one antique cuirass on the side of RSG in the hands of Demon
Yeah.
Kite.
And that explains why there wasn't enough damage
There we
on
go.
Benny.
So it's just more time. Like Echo, obviously, huge gap in terms of economy across the board. And now, honestly, it's the same thing. They're still going to contest this despite being down 8,000 gold.
What?
It looks like they want to put the pressure here still. RSG
Risky.
knows it. They're ready to fight. Light in the front side. Lord at 4th of the health here. Conceal going to be used. A wild charge on top of it. They clash down on Carl Teasy. Sanford with the last insanity trying to find some kills.
Whoa!
But they can't find him. It's Carl Teasy down a
Oh!
fall. A huge final slash from Nas as they get chased down. Once again, the Echo Express is dismantled.
Benny!
though goes in. Can't get the Lord. He's all left alone.
That's
He
it.
gets taken down. Another wipeout from the Raiders.
That's a deja vu moment for Echo. It's a literal replay of the first Lord.
And RSG in full Raider mode. Don't even need the Lord here. They take the victory lap in. They'll clear the minions through, and they'll even out the series heading to Game 3.
This is the prime reality. RSG